I know that a lot of people and myself always thought, oh, something like that could never happen to me. No, it won't happen to me. That doesn't go on around here. And just to wake up one day and realize you're right in the middle of it and you don't have any control over what's going on and you're so lost. I was at a vulnerable point in my life, and that's one thing that these guys look for is vulnerability. I was going through a separation with the person I'd spent 10 years of my life with. I was 25 when I was introduced to the lifestyle, or actually pulled into it, and was naive. I was found because a girl gave my picture to these guys, and it was a competition to see who could get me. And when the one that got me was with me for so long, and he got me strung out on ecstasy, and I was drinking and things I'd never done before. With him, it was the shame and then the fear, and I owed him money all of a sudden. He had me in a home I couldn't afford to pay for, a car payment I couldn't pay, so many bills, and he chose the night before everything was due to pick a fight with me and send his friend in at my lowest point to prove that I didn't need him and I could do it all by myself, and I wasn't gonna do it, and realized I had no choice. You numb yourself. The drugs that they'll give you, the things they'll do for you to make you think it isn't bad. So every time I had a chance to really think about what I was doing, I'd just do drugs or drink alcohol and forget all about it, numb the feelings. I was always told, oh, I'll expose you for the whore that you are. It was my children he was going to expose me to, my baby girls. It was my brother, who was the only father, brother, grandpa, best friend I've ever had. And he was going to tell him everything. He'd always say if I ever left him or if I ever didn't do what he wanted me to do. And they do things to intimidate you and scare you and make you feel like your family's at risk and you're at risk. I was so confused and lost that when my house got raided, I started laughing at them and said, "But funny." I was like, you FBI is gonna come in my house. I mean, I'm not even doing anything wrong. And my friend looks over and he's like, "What are you involved with?" And I was like, "Nothing." I was like, nothing. Going to jail was wonderful for me. Had I never went to jail, I wouldn't have been able to separate myself from that situation. I wouldn't have been able to get out of it. I wouldn't have been able to see it for what it really was. And when I got released, I was so scared, and I was scared of myself. I was a witness in that case and not a victim, but I was a victim to him. He got found guilty. It's an amazing feeling just to know that they're not gonna hurt other women the way that they hurt me and some of the women that I know around me and the girls. If we don't have programs like the one that you have, Susan, I don't know what I would have done, because I can learn and I can think, but if I can't heal what's going on inside of me, then that pain, you're gonna go back to wanting to numb it, and you're gonna go back to it was that made it so you didn't feel. And I love feeling, and that's because of being able to come here. I didn't see that I was trafficked until I was out of the situation. And it wasn't just being out of the situation for a moment, it was being out of the situation for 5 months before I realized that what had happened to me. When you're in it, you don't think about it. You don't realize that it's not okay. You don't understand that you're being used. You know you feel the pain that comes with it, but I had no idea that I was being trafficked while I was being trafficked. There's so much hope, but you gotta get away from it. Once you get away from them and you find safety places, then you'll be okay. When I came here, I helped heal on the inside, and I wasn't only away from it, but I was better. I I am better. I'm strong. I'm strong for my children. I'm strong for myself.